TF2 player archetype tier list. Let's start with this mysterious figure here. Look at him. He looks handsome. This guy here, he's the tryhard. And this is the guy who's like not actually very good at the game and doesn't also know how to play it very well, but he's gonna be like screaming at your team. He's gonna be commanding them like a sergeant of sorts. He's on the front lines basically. He thinks he's there. He's like the movie Gamer, where if he dies in the game, he dies in real life. This guy is a B tier teammate. It's good to have someone who's like dictating the pace a little bit, but also like this guy can be so ass. Like he can be so truly dog at the game and still try to command your team. And he says that like, we need to stampede. We need to stampede through the choke point. And then your whole team just fucking dies because it's the worst call ever. You know, I kind of like the tryhard. The tryhard's all right. Not to be confused with next up on the tier list, which is the good player. And the good player, I don't gotta say much. Good player's gotta go in S. The good player is straight up just a guy who is good and doesn't fucking talk and isn't annoying. Per casual queue, in every full server, each team has 1 or 2 good players. And how well these players do usually determines who wins the game. They have the most pull and they're doing the most shit. And that's just to make up for everyone else who's on this tier list who's fucking doing nothing. Good player is the most important player on the team. It's very rare. Dear viewer at home, I think you are all the good player, but in reality, you're probably not. But oh, now we have the most common type of player in the entire game since the game released in 2007. The most important player, the biggest part of the player base, we have the zombie. And what the zombie does is they spawn and they dive bomb the control point and then they respawn. You know how I said all of you guys are the good player? You guys are all the zombie. You guys are all the fucking zombie. The zombie is crucial to the lifespan of this game. The zombie makes up half of the players that play this game. And sometimes I'm the zombie. I'm not above being a zombie, and neither are you. You ever queue late at night and you just have like a podcast on, or you're just listening to music and just kind of zoning out, playing Scout on like fucking Turbine or some shit? You're the zombie. And that's fine. It's fun to be the zombie sometimes. The zombie goes in A tier. Zombie keeps the game moving. Yeah, I like the zombie. Now we have the Gerber. And many of you guys at home may be wondering, who is the Gerber? Well, the Gerber's the crybaby. His whole thing is that no matter what your team is doing or what's going on in the game, he's gonna be crying. And that's why he's the Gerber, because he needs to eat his baby food. And even if the Gerber makes a good point, who fucking cares, because he's been whining the whole game. This is the guy who says, like, your unusual effect on your hat is ugly, and then he feeds and dies and he says, why did no one help me? He just says shit like that. This is like a guy who just needs to shut the fuck up. I hate the Gerber. The Gerber's going in D tier. You know, many of you at home, you may be wondering, why does the Gerber not go in F tier? And I think it's because it gets worse than the Gerber, and you'll see shortly. The Trader. Oh my god, I fucking hate the Trader. I hate traders, dude. So what traders do is they don't play the game. Their skill to hours ratio is worse than anything I can even like compare it to. It's like a toddler on a tricycle compared to a NASCAR driver. If you see a guy with a cool hat, he'll probably be at least competent at the game. If you see a guy with like $1,500 hat, you know, like some insane shit, he's gonna be dog shit. And that's because he spent more time trading than he has playing. Like, just see it for yourself. Join a server and look for a guy who has like an insanely expensive hat and he doesn't fucking know how to play at all. It's like embarrassing. It's almost pathetic to watch. It kind of looks like I gave my dad my computer and said, here, can you just like run around for a little while?
Oh, but the Scout's on him! He's got the bottle out! He's got one! Oh.
The Trader is a horrible teammate to have. They're bad at the game. They don't play it. What's the upside of the Trader? There's kind of none. I think the Trader's in D tier. The Trader sucks, dude. I hate the fucking Trader. The Bald Baby. Okay, talk about a low into a high. The Bald Baby is the backbone of Team Fortress 2. I fucking love the Bald Baby so goddamn much. The Bald Baby plays 2 classes, the Engineer and the Pyro. He doesn't have any hats, and he could either be 9 years old or 48 years old, and you don't know. And he builds his little gizmo at last, even though the game just started. He thinks to himself, oh, this is gonna take a while for them to get here, but they're gonna really thank me when I have my entire base set up. They're gonna be really thankful for me. And just like, you know, the Engineer player Bald Baby, the Pyro, they like to jump into the choke point, set everyone on fire, and go, I just set so many people on fire. I'm doing so much for my team. And I love these players. They have the highest comedic value in the game, like by far. And you know, having a Bald Baby on your team, you might have a single instance where you're like, what is this guy doing? And then it clicks with you because you see them. You can see that they're in 70 FOV on default settings. Like, you can just watch it happen from the third person perspective. It's truly amazing stuff. The Bald Baby is an A tier teammate. teammate. I love the bald baby. That being said, you will lose if you have too many bald babies, but the vibes are good. The vibes are excellent. We're getting into a pretty dire spot here on the tier list with Mr. Comedy. When you first join a server, maybe you're halfway through a pub and a guy's in voice chat. He says something that's actually like pretty subversive and funny. He seems like someone who's actually funny, and you laugh. And that's your big mistake, is that you laugh. Because now Mr. Comedy's going for jokes all down the board. Maybe Mr. Comedy started off by saying something like you thought was ironic, but he actually meant it. Then you're in trouble. Mr. Comedy's damn near a vote kick away every time. Unfortunately, some people actually like Mr. Comedy every time I fucking try to vote kick this guy. Mr. Comedy is fucking annoying, and I hate him. Probably at the bottom of D tier. Yeah, I just don't like Mr. Comedy. The Griefer. Oh, do I have mixed thoughts on the Griefer? When I join a pub, and I'm just kind of trying to play the game, and like to some degree I'm trying to win, keep the game moving a little bit, the Griefer is doing the opposite of that. The Griefer is trying to lose. And when you say to the Griefer, hey, can you stop trying to grief? They say, bro, it's not that serious. I'm just trying to have fun. And then you die and you spectate them, and they are huntsmen taunting in the choke point, and then dying. The Griefer's trying to lose, and the Griefer thinks that trying to lose is fun for them. In reality, what you're doing is you're ruining the game for everyone else. And that's why everyone leaves and re-queues all the times, because of these motherfuckers. But low-key, they kind of have a fucking point. It's the fucking problem with the Griefer. Because sometimes, I want to go rocket jumper or bison and record my stupid little YouTube videos. And that is kind of fun. I think what makes a Griefer a true Griefer versus like someone like me who's being silly is that the true Griefer is actually like losing you the game. A guy who seems like a Griefer but isn't is just using the huntsman and he's not good with it. The true Griefer is the guy who's going for taunt kills only, has his little bongo scout taunt, who's just AFK. Friendly Poot is heavy is the Griefer. And for that's an F tier. You're a waste of a server slot for someone who actually should be playing the game. The emo, everyone knows the emo. Usually in your voice chat, maybe with someone in your friend group, he joins and he seems fine at the game. He dies a couple times and he'll say something like, God, I'm so bad. I practice and I try so hard and I'm just the worst. Oh, what's even the point? And they're doing fine. Like the whole time they're just doing all right. Not much to say about the emo guy. I'd rather them not be like that. Like maybe they'll grow up eventually. Maybe they'll become an adult. That won't happen anymore. It's a C tier teammate. Someone's outside fucking revving their super cool green Camaro, dude. That shit looks so fast and cool. It doesn't look fucking lame either. The healbot. This is a very specific type of guy. This is maybe a little bit too niche. You know what? Let me open up paint. Blue team's pushing into red team and we're at the choke point, right? All the action represented by purple. All the action's happening here. Your medic player is standing over here and he's got his little fucking gun where he's healing you. The healbot is so scared of death and danger that he actually doesn't contribute anything besides the occasional buff. They feel unconfident in their gameplay to play a fragging class or to even heal on the front lines, so they stand back and they're like, I'm helping. What they're actually doing though is never using their Uber, which is really fucking bad. It's so frustrating to like be playing soldier or heavy and you lock eyes with the healbot and he has his fucking Uber ready to go and you're like, follow me. And he doesn't. And then you die, and then you respawn, and he's still there with his Uber. Use the fucking Uber, bro. The healbot barely sneaks into C tier. Almost a D tier player, but he is contributing by technicality, so he goes into C tier. Maybe my favorite entry on this whole list is As a Spy Main. And what the As a Spy Main guy does, contrary to popular belief, may or may not actually play Spy. They use Reddit more than they play the game, and they say shit like, as a Pyro main, there's a video. I'll put it in for 5 seconds.
Fuck Banny.
But they do shit like, as a spy main, I think that, the Dead Ringer and the Kunais is not actually the meta. And they just say shit that you don't fucking care about. And what is most important here is that since they spend so much time on Reddit and not playing the game, they're actually bad at the game. They're worse than the zombie at the game. They suck. They're horrible. They have bad opinions. And they also think that the parachute, they care too much about the fucking parachute. As a spy main is the guy who's like, dude, what did Banny do to the parachute? No. The fucking parachute. Wow. Oh, competitive players ruined the fucking parachute. No. I kind of hate As a Spy Main, but once again, they sneak into C tier. Open Mouth Syndrome is the guy on the mic who isn't talking about the game and isn't talking to anyone in particular, but boy, can they fucking talk. F tier. Holy fuck, do I hate open mouth syndrome. And the worst part is nobody vote kicks them. I vote kick this guy every time. You see a bunch of people type in chat, why are you vote kicking this guy? He didn't do anything wrong. He did do something wrong in that he is annoying me and everyone else in the server. So maybe we should get him the fuck out of here. Either way, I'm gonna mute them. Open mouth syndrome, just shut the fuck up, dude. Just stop talking. Just please, for the love of God, go ahead, cancel me. This guy is actually gonna get a new tier for himself. Lose access to the internet forever. So this guy has like the sense of humor, like a teenager in 2013, has his items renamed to just slurs. He's not doing anything funny or original or creative or subversive, and you vote kick him. And most importantly, this guy every time types in chat, why are you vote kicking me? Because your item names. And he says, what, you can't take a joke? What, it's just a joke? Hey, I think you're a spineless bitch. So you can be kicked for not only being not funny, but also for being racist. Those are two things that you're doing that are immediately worth vote kicking.
The penis is such a...
Like, a guy who's trying desperately to be liked and funny, who isn't funny, is like the most annoying guy ever, only behind the racist guy. And you're doing both. I hope you get, you know, your help with Algebra 1. You know, I know high school can be difficult, hard to fit in, but when you grow up, maybe you'll look back and realize how much of a fucking loser you were. Yeah, you're the fucking worst, and I hate you, and you're annoying. Thanks for watching the video, guys.